we've still got some of the other biggest hitters with us.
180. Now we're talking. Oh yes, this is warming up. Mike De Decker on an 11-darter.
Has someone just opened the floodgates?
180.
We can't get any more. That is a brilliant leg from Mike De Decker. What an answer. And that leg is one of the best we've seen this weekend. And Menzies has got to stop the De Decker train. That's useful. But if MDD finds this, he would have been on Dream Street.
56. Cameron required 55. Happy accident. Not the worst miss in the world. Cameron Menzies' eyes up tops. Game shown the 8th leg. First real bit of emotion we've seen from him. Game on.
People like Menzies flying overseas want to be buying extra baggage.
I mean, Menzies is madcap enough. He'll probably book an extra seat on the flight for the trophy.
That'd be an inspired move. This looks inspired.
180. Michael McQuarrie, 102.
Big moment coming in at double 16. Superb. This is a great joust between two fantastic players. This could be the end. Or do we see back-to-back ton plus checkouts? That's not going to happen. And shades of leg 5. De Decker's on 41 again, but this time it's to be in the quarterfinals again in 2025.
Leaned over, thought it was in. 25. Too much darts gone. 48. Now then, Cammy, 48. Can he tidy this up? Of course he can. We're going all the way. This was always destined to be a very, very tight contest between two talented players, and we are getting an 11th leg. Shake of the head from Cammy. But he's left 138. Easier finish than 164.
That one's flattened out as well. He can't stay there.
64.
Sensible.
138.
Great games have been won on a 138. Double 9.
120.
They've both had a chance. This is a typical Menzies game. Drama-filled and going to the wire.
Well, the first start at treble 20 was such a good guide. Had to stay there, he did. He sees the funny side of it somewhat. We won't see the funny side if this goes. That's difficult. Treble 19 would have left double 19. 72. Cameron, you require 18. Straight at double 9. Can he creep inside? No, he can't. It's the hardest double to hit, the one to miss, to win the match.
Well, Mike's been very clever here. He knew that if Menzies missed 3 darts at 18, there would be a reaction. So Mike stepped back, took a sip of water, and has reset himself to steal this one away.
Double 7. 14. That hit the first dart.
This game is like a soap opera. You don't know how it's going to end. What's he doing?
14.
What have you done, Cameron? It was 6-6-6. You know that on 18. And De Decker is just a viewer at the drama that's happening.
De Decker couldn't help but smirk.
He's looked at De Decker's score of 14 and thought, I've got that, and he hasn't.
Mike required 14.
Astonishing scenes in Göttingen. Cameron Menzies cannot believe what he's done. I don't think Mike De Decker can believe it.
I'm amazed that Mike's not gone for 6-4-4.
10.
Well, he's hit 3 to leave 2-2. Look at what they're both on.
This game has been brilliant at times, but now it's turned into the ridiculous.
Have you ever seen anything like that on the European Tour? Cameron Menzies with a miscount to win the match. He then fell to the floor, flopped his face on the ground in Riccardo Pietrezco style, and yet Mike De Decker offered him more chances.
Likes playing here as well, doesn't he? European champion here. Last time we were here for a European Tour event, he made the semi-finals.
Beaten finalist before as well.
Correct. There are certain places that feel good for you, especially when it comes to European Tour events. You've played multiple times, we can establish patterns. And I get the feeling that Rob likes playing in Germany because his 2 European Tour successes have been in Germany. Kiel and Sindelfingen.
I mean, yeah, but most of the events are in Germany, right?
Not everybody prefers Germany. Some people like Graz, like Johnny Clayton.
100. Ryan required 124.
Ryan Joyce to level the match up. No need to go to the 14s. Lovely double 8. How about that?
Ryan Joyce.
He's got a beautiful line in this game. He hasn't missed the 20 segment at all. It's only 2 treble 20s in this leg. Might be all he needs. You're not going to leave double 5, are you? Good man.
131. Robbie require 112.
To break straight back. Hmm.
60.
A bit of daylight here. Nerveless stuff from Ryan Joyce.
Notice how that single 18 was so high as well. Just taking the 54 completely out of commission, but all the wrong side of the wire. So he's changing his fortunes potentially as he goes south first, as you would on 303.
133.
That's the shot he took out in Cardiff.
Well, he's not going to be going for here, I don't think, unless he feels that something like this is what he needs.
Robbie require 170.
I'm just trying to take it out just to get something going, get the crowd going, get himself going. Let's find out. He's going for it. Oh, he's taken it out. Now then, is that the blue touch paper being lit? He has left it very, very late, Rob Cross, if he is to turn this around.
Still advantage Joyce.
95.
It's good because it is a combination that can end on double 16. If he's going to miss the 60 when he comes back, he wants to miss it just underneath.
140. Ryan require 112.
This is where Ryan Joyce excels. Oh, that's awkward. He could change target, but he doesn't. He finds the treble. Great dart, double 16.
96.
Match dart missed by Ryan Joyce.
Robbie require 92.
That might be the worst dart I've seen him throw at double 16 in years. Does Rob get a look at it? Of course he does. He's got one left though.
84.
This could be curtains. And it could be new territory for Ryan Joyce on this tour.
Robbie requires 16.
There's no question Rob Cross has upped it in the last couple of legs, but it does not look like it's going to be enough. He has missed 2 darts to force a last leg decider. Joyce beats Rob Cross and gets through to a Euro Tour quarter-final for the first time in his career. But Jan's obviously got a head start on Wessel. Let's see where they both are in sort of 3 years' time. It's very possible that Wessel Nijman and Jan van Veen are right up there in the top 16 in the world. Of course, you're going to have to do it on the big TV stages. That's where you make the big jumps. But these Euro Tours could certainly be the launch pad for them.
And he adjusts for treble 17. He can to leave double topped. Gerwen Price, usually lethal on that target, and he shows it once again.
Magic numbers. Oh, look at this now.
Wesley Require 121.
What a leg to win this would be for Wessel Nijman. Not going to do it with this visit. The back-to-back 180s from Gerwen Price gives him the chance. Does it remain neat? Does it remain tidy? Absolutely not.
Wesley requires 68.
I'm sure he just full named himself then. 68 for Wessel. Choice of 8s or 16s. Always look likely to go for the latter. Now he needs double 16 and he hits double 16. Wessel Nijman sticking in. Gerwen Price is averaging 111.
103.
What if he's getting into a spell like that now? Double 12.
79. Wesley require 120.
Well, if he is, everyone else should panic. Treble 20. Leaves the bullseye. Huge dart for Wessel Nijman.
87.
And it's a huge distance away from the intended target.
And when your opponent is averaging numbers like Gerwen Price is, currently at 107, that's what you've got to do. You've got to take those chances. Because he looks like the player to beat here.
Double 12.
66.
It's a match dart that's gone. He's going to come back for more with Wessel on 204. It's been a good display from Wessel, but there's not much he can do when your opponent's averaging 111. Maybe that's a parting gift to the Göttingen crowd. Both players on double 12. Price does not miss double 12, and there is the roar. He was fantastic against Ryan Searle yesterday. He was even better today. And
81.
Might need to take this. It's double 12. Let's find out if he had to take it. Bull. Right on line.
January 12.
second time he's missed the bullseye. Double 3 for Van Veen.
No score. Likely required 25.
Well, that's an invitation, isn't it? For a 2-0 lead.
No score.
RSVP no.
January required 12.
He is devastated that dart came out low. Double 3 again.
6.
That was way too defensive.
25.
Is it MVG's leg after all? It is.
On the second leg.
Let off the hook.
Michael Wenger.
An insight into how incredible Van Veen can score. Look at this. He's done it again. That is not a repeat.
Was that sick as well?
435.
Incredible is what it was.
81.
He's decided to go a different route this time. And it works a treat. Talk about getting back into the game. That's 25 darts for the last 2 legs. It was Van Gerwen
Game.
dominating in the score sheet. All of a sudden, things have changed in as little as 3 minutes. First time that Michael's looked a little disjointed.
6.
That's purely because his opponent is showing great steel.
40. Junior require 120.
Van Veen is mounting a proper comeback. Double top for Shanghai, and Shanghai is there. He was wasteful in the early part of this match. He is looking clinical now.
A pickle now.
Junior require 76.
Bogey number left by Van Veen. And affords luxury to Van Gerwen. The luxury being he could miss that dart at tops. Didn't want to, obviously, but he will be back.
Michael's missed 10 darts at a double in this match
45.
and is still
We require 40.
looking at 5-4 up potentially.
Games on the night.
That's what he's got.
Michael Van Gerwen.
But if he... Just to put that into some sort of perspective, if he does win today, he'll have won 3 times as many events in Germany as anybody's won in any European Tour cluster. However, bullseye for the man who loves the bull more than anybody else.
105. Michael require 104.
He'll have nightmares of missing the ball against Van Gerwen. And he will relive the nightmare because Van Gerwen takes out 104. And for the second time in a row, it's the experienced timer that has beaten the young pretender.
However, this was hit last night by Luke Humphries against a certain large opponent. Dave Chisnall's not going to find it. So the gamble has paid off. But does visit to give him the leg. The ricochet off the flight is too violent. Could be Chizzy's leg after all.
Good looking marker.
No score. Russia requires
No dice for Chizzy.
Plenty of missed darts at double in the first leg. But not anymore. Bit of a bonus for Smith. Too wound up about it, which is the right thing to do. Don't hit a 170, Dave. This weekend, they are the poison chalice. You're better off doing that. You should have started on the 19s on 271, right?
89.
Or is he just figuring that the leg has gone anywhere?
I sort of get it, but you know, he's one of the biggest treble 20 hitters around, isn't he? He's thinking I can just pile into it rather than contort himself with trying to do funky things to get to a finish of some sort.
Might win the match play, and Lisa Ashton wins the women's match play. That would be the perfect weekend for Lancashire.
Yeah, perfect weekend for Rog.
161.
Oh, how about this? 161 for Dave Chisnall.
136. Russia require 127.
After what we've seen from Ross, which has been very up and down, this is not out of the question. Bull. Not out of the question at all. It fits. He might still win the leg. He's deciding not to go for it this time.
136.
I think it was a wise move, actually.
140.
Some people would have gone for the max to leave double two.
$78. Debut required 48.
Top Gun special reference just for you. There was a bloke dressed as a goose here. We've already seen Nice Man. Double top. 3 apiece.
Dave Chisnall.
Yeah, I think Max Hopp did it to his detriment.
Yes, I think that's a good point.
There it is again. That's an astonishing 140. He's almost made that third dart disappear behind the first one.
Now,
this game is very, very tight all of a sudden. Both on 2 darters. But Smith was always going to go 15s on 81. He's got the bull. Break of throw, and the first real yelp in this game comes from Smudger. Big 12 darter that. His second of the contest.
Yeah, both finished on the bullseye as well. The 81 to go with a 127 finish earlier, and Ross Smith, that might prove to be the difference. He has dragged his average up.
They've both got a very similar angle of attack. Very, very upright. Standing to attention. That's more like it. Right down the middle.
Well, it's going to have to go some to reach that target of 9 that I was sort of expecting in 180s between now and the end of the game. They could reach it. But ultimately, Ross Smith is getting better as this game goes on. Could stay. He does stay for double 11. And takes it out as well. It is another 12 dart leg for Ross Smith.
Tell you what, that second dart on that 142 was genius.
67.
He doesn't need snookers, but he may need mistakes. Initially, he was thinking downstairs, but then he realised he'd rather trim it down via the 18s, and it worked a treat.
Needs to find a treble, and he does do.
78.
Dave Chisnall is clinging on by his fingernails, but he's hoping for mistakes. 20 in tops. Middle to left-hand side of double top for a 6-4 win. And it is another quarter-final on the Euro Tour for Smudger. Himself down to 81 after 9.
One of his increasingly bigger things is his hair. Look at that for a quiff. 11 darts on the cards. What a leg of darts this has been. 12 more treble. That leaves the bullseye.
38.
And that is not quite there. Martin couldn't do it. Gary's got 2 at double 12. He can do it. 11 dart break and throw to start this contest. Price in Risa, and pretty much did the same against Ryan Searle in Basel.
Surprised Searle wasn't in tears.
152.
Well, the maximum is going to give Shindy a chance to break straight back.
100. Martin requires 78.
Ready for tops. Tiny little move to the right. Oh, sneaks that one in the corner. Not enough to leave a finish for Anderson, so I don't think he'd have gone for the 170 even if it was an option, Martin Schindler, and he hasn't taken a big old bite out of that.
Even the greats can't check out 166.
138. Martin require 110.
18 to leave, double 14. Interesting choice from Gary. This is more conventional from Martin Schindler, and he hits it. Martin Schindler may have had good reason to be worried after the first leg. Gary Anderson breaking in 11 darts, but it's a hat-trick of 15 darters in response. Another 2 treble visit.
99.
Tees up the kind of finish we'd expect Schindler to take out. Only get one opportunity, but it's that double 16 that he's just hit. He misses this time.
Gary require 108.
A lot of options for this. Going 4-17s for tops. And taking it out. The finishing in this game has been superb.
Schindler's done very little wrong in the last two legs. And yet he is staring down the barrel. The 4-3 deficit.
54.
Anderson leaves tops. Big ask for Schindler, though, as you mentioned, Dan, the combination finishing has been excellent in this game so far. The excellence doesn't quite continue there.
58. Gary required 40.
Not missed a dart at double. Has now. Doesn't matter. Picks off the double 10 very next dart. There were other options for Gary there. But you want to stay in the 20s. He's left a bogey number. Schindler doesn't have to go for the bull at the end of this. He doesn't have that option anyway. But he pins the ball to leave tops. And Martin Schindler has got to be considered favourite for this game now.
139. Martin required 40.
Double top to send us all the way. That's quite a bit low. That's in though. It's 5-all, and Martin Schindler has found the burst he needed.
They both falter. Schindler favourite once again. This is flipping and flopping back and forth. Schindler won't end it with this visit. Oh, he's crawling to the line.
Both players looking gassed. One last big visit for Gary Anderson. No, he's just inside.
Anderson has had a match dart. Schindler is desperate to get two here. He'll accept one. He does get one. And he cannot take it. They've both missed the dart for the match.
Double 5 to end a pulsating contest. Miles away. The first out wasn't too bad. The next two were in a different postcode.
Schindler has had his fortune. He must capitalise upon it. Oh, it's a shocker. Double 16. And the wall has made a mess of that.
Gary required 10.
The wall has crumbled brick by brick, and Gary Anderson, in the former train factory, the Flying Scotsman, steams in to steal that from Martin Schindler.
439.
Good visit from the Asp. It may not matter. That leaves the bullseye. And that was a chance for an early breaking throw.
Based on what we've seen from Wattimena so far, Aspinall's going to have to be better than last night. He's going to need every single bit of that tenacity if Wattimena brings the quality. Which is exactly what he's found in the first leg there. That's a 14 darter to break immediately. That is prospectively on the line for Aspinall over the next couple of months. Doesn't get a shot at the ball. Jermaine might.
Real aggression about that. Wrong choice.
Easy for us to say that, but I have to agree with you. Especially when you've got this guy on the other side of the hockey. Do you really want to give him another shot? Turns out you can't. Why would you go two double 16s? Well, he's made a bit of an error earlier in the match and he's fixed it after. Does he do it again? Well, if he gets bitten, he's only got himself to blame.
Baffling decision-making from Wattimena. Nathan wins leg 7. And I'm not...
This game is gripping. Maybe in a different way to the previous game, which Anderson won 6-5 against Schindler. But you genuinely can't take your eyes off this. It's been nip and tuck the whole way.
Double 5. Nathan Aspinall pins the baby fish. He wasn't taking any chances with Wattimena back on 167.
Brilliant switch. Jermaine now knows
431.
that he's in trouble for the first time in this tournament. Now what's he going to do on 90? When his opponent's on a matched shot. Different play. Different result. Incredible. Absolutely incredible. He has made tactical errors in this game, but he got that one spot on. Oh, and he gets one.
Make you require 32.
He had to defeat the European champion in 11 legs last night, Nathan Aspinall. He's beaten the European Championship runner-up in 11 legs. Another brilliant game with both players averaging over a ton.
High single on the 60.
70.
Be a bit of a steal, this. Oh, that looks good. Michael Smith's turn to stare at the board, wondering how that wasn't in the treble 20.
You require 10.
Double 5's had a say this afternoon.
5.
And has a say here.
We require
He
65.
started this match with 5 perfect darts. He's missed 5 at double, the end of the opening leg, and Michael Smith has pinched it on double 10.
But it's this department that needs to improve.
78.
He's not burnt by that just yet, but we've seen a lot of drama on 18 points today already.
I don't think he'll be going 6-4-4.
You require 18.
Well, 1-3-4, this would be the ultimate irony. Didn't go 6-4-4, but he has left it
72. You require 8.
to get rid of a pesky leg. He is everything and mad.
62.
He could be 4-1 down.
Double top. Well, Michael Smith lets him have another crack.
You require 8.
But Luke Humphries has hit 1 of his 14 attempts at double. Wow, this is the world number 1.
Michael is doubling excellently.
You are dominating legs, you're bossing legs, you are missing doubles, and you're missing lots of them. How do you arrest that?
You've got to take a timeout. It's just 3 or 4 seconds, but you've got to use them wisely. Take a big deep breath. Get rid of any negativity you're feeling. Move on. You can't affect what's happened. You can affect what will occur. It starts here. And if anybody's going to be able to do that, it is that man right there. He's been through it on the biggest stage of them all. But he's left 124 because we've actually had 124 European Tour events. Bull.
99.
So close. And Michael might be so close to the quarterfinals. Oh no.
37.
You very rarely see that from the former world champion. Humphries will be smelling blood.
He has dragged himself back level. Michael Smith furiously roughing up those points.
But we are seeing them maybe in their prime.
38. Mark, we require 41.
Win this leg by miles. Exactly what he's done. That is a 12-darter. Now, if Michael Smith can do the same in this last leg decider,
Going to have the first shot to win the match. There's another brilliant 140.
Mark, we require 122.
this might be the only chance he gets to win it. Can he find the 54? No, he cannot.
54.
Humphries. It would be his highest finish of the match. It would end the match. High in the single. And into the double. And Luke Humphries completes the comeback and wins the Battle of the World Champions.